The duplicate report is a tool that you can use to identify most of the duplicate name records in your data and then clean them up as needed. It's not a completely foolproof process because there's so many variables that make it difficult to always find and identify duplicates, but it will help you keep your data trim and clean. Let's go to the Donors tab and then Duplicate Report. This part is fairly simple. Click the Run Potential Duplicate Report button here at the top of the page. Denari will apply a basic criteria to look for duplicates. If it finds a match, it will put those records on the report. Denari will put the report in the inbox and you can pick it up there. No doubt you've noticed the target date field. This is only needed if you have a very large number of duplicates. It can help you narrow down the list to make it more manageable. When you enter a date, Denari will only look for duplicates in name records that have an introduction date earlier than that date. So you could, for example, look for duplicates in names that were entered more than 5 years ago. If you don't enter a date, Denari will look at all of your name records. Most of the time, you will not need to enter a date here. Here we see a cross-section of a report I ran earlier. Notice how Denari groups the records it thinks might be duplicates by color. We see 2 records that Denari thinks might be duplicates. It's now up to us to determine if they really are duplicates or not. If we can examine the 2 records to see what matches, and then we can make a decision to merge them or not. We can do the merge over here on the right side. Here we see the Keep This One field. This is pretty straightforward. If we have decided to merge these 2 records, we simply select the one we want to keep here. Below that is the Merge These fields. This one is not intuitive until you understand what it's trying to do. This field requires that you select a record by clicking on it. A very common mistake made is that users assume that they have selected the record to keep, so Denari should know which one to merge. But here's why that field works the way it does. Let's slide down the page to the next set of duplicates. Notice that there are 3 here that match Denari's criteria. Over in the Merge These fields, we see 3 options, not 2. By clicking on the first one that we want to merge, and then holding down the Control key on our keyboard, and then clicking the second record, we've highlighted 2 records. Now when we run the merge, Denari will merge both records into one. When you click the Merge button, Denari will merge together the gifts, pledges, classifications, contact records, and emails into the record you've chosen to keep. It will, of course, keep the address, phone number, email fields, etc. that are in the record you are keeping. But what if you don't want to merge them? There could be a situation where a child is living in the same house with their parents, and there's a legitimate reason why this person should have their own name record in your data. In that case, we can move to the Don't Check for Dupes Again field. Select the records that we want to remove from the process. Again, we can select more than one by holding down the Control key. Now, click the Mark for No Dupe button. This page won't update automatically because it is a static page, but the next time you run the report, Denari will not include these records in the dupe check process. In that way, they won't keep showing up on the report each time it is run. Once you've finished, you can simply close the report window to complete the process. Running this occasionally will help you keep your data somewhat free of duplicates. If you have any questions, please contact tech support through the support button at the top of the Denari page.